In the quiet town of Winnipeg, Manitoba, on a warm summer day in 1965, two identical twin boys were born to Janet and Ron Reimer. They named the boys Bruce and Brian, and their lives were filled with the promise of a bright future. Little did anyone know that their lives would soon be forever altered in a way that would shock the world. At 6 months of age, concern arose in the Reimer household as both boys experienced difficulties while urinating. Doctors diagnosed them with a condition called phimosis, a tightening of the foreskin that can make urination challenging. It was recommended that the boys undergo circumcision to resolve the issue. But what should have been a routine medical procedure took a horrifying turn. The inexperienced general practitioner, Jean-Marie Hewitt, chose an unconventional method of circumcision using electrocauterization. Tragically, this procedure resulted in a severe injury to Bruce's genitals, leaving his parents devastated and desperate for a solution. In search of help, the Reimers turned to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, and a renowned psychologist named John Money. Dr. Money had gained recognition for his groundbreaking work with intersex patients, and his theories challenged the traditional understanding of gender identity. He believed that gender identity was primarily learned and could be altered through behavioral interventions. Dr. Money persuaded the Reimers that the best course of action for Bruce was to undergo a sex reassignment surgery. At the tender age of 22 months, Bruce became Brenda. His testes were removed, and a rudimentary vulva was created through surgery. Brenda was now to be raised as a girl, with the hope that she would embrace her new gender identity. Throughout their childhood, Dr. Money closely monitored the twins' progress, using their case as a test of his theories. He believed that engaging in what he called childhood sexual rehearsal play was essential for developing a healthy gender identity. However, this so-called therapy involved forcing the twins into explicit sexual activities, with David, formerly Bruce, playing the female role. The traumatic experiences left deep scars on both boys. As Brenda entered adolescence, estrogen was administered to induce breast development. Dr. Money reported success, but behind the scenes, Brenda was struggling. She experienced severe depression and began to express her deep discomfort with her assigned gender. At the age of 13, Brenda was no longer able to bear the psychological torment. She confided in her parents, revealing her desire to transition back to being a male. With their support, Brenda assumed the name David, and a series of medical procedures were undertaken to reverse the earlier reassignment. Testosterone injections, a double mastectomy, and phalloplasty operations followed. David's journey to rediscover his true identity was a challenging one, marked by emotional turmoil and self-discovery. He eventually found love, marrying Jane Fontaine and adopting her 3 children. He enjoyed hobbies like camping, fishing, and collecting old coins. However, his story was far from over. In 1997, David shared his harrowing experience with academic sexologist Milton Diamond. Together, they decided to make his story public to discourage similar medical practices. Journalist John Colapinto published David's account in Rolling Stone magazine, and the article garnered widespread attention. It later evolved into a best-selling biography titled, As Nature Made Him, The Boy Who Was Raised as a Girl. Despite the support he received from the public, David continued to battle demons from his past. The death of his twin brother, Brian, in 2002, added to his emotional burden. Then, in 2004, facing marital troubles, David made a fateful decision. On a somber May morning, he drove to a grocery store parking lot in his hometown and took his own life with a sawed-off shotgun. He was only 38 years old. David Reimer's tragic story served as a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of human identity and the devastating consequences of well-intentioned but misguided medical interventions. His legacy continues to raise important questions about gender, identity, and the profound impact of early life experiences.